Welcome everyone to this episode of the Sky Realm here at Homie and the Dude. I'm your unexceptional Dungeon Master and we're joined by our exceptional cast of players today. Quick couple of shout outs. Shout out to Becky and Ben, the editing team. Shout out to Alex, Josh, and Victor, the art team. And also shout out to our official sponsor of our stream, Underground Oracle Publishing. They allow us to use some of their content in the stream here. For example, Toad, Blake's character, is one of their awakened familiars. And he uses a bunch of their spells as well. So if you enjoy seeing what Blake's doing and the character that he's playing, then go check out Underground Oracle Publishing. But last time, our players arrived at the People's Republic, and after a very strenuous arrival where they arrived at a city, a dock that was super busy with lots of people and interacting with a couple of strangers that are roaming around on the dock, they finally began making their way into the city. After actually splitting up, half of the party, Arnar and Toad, went to go to their place of residence here in the People's Republic, the big city. And the other half of the group went to go take Evis to the Camille Medical Center in Uptown to hopefully heal Evis after their recent injury during the ambush that happened with the Zodiac freebooters a couple of episodes ago. And once they arrive in the city, our players encountered someone shouting for help, which was very odd and very concerning. They went to go find out what was going on. And if you're sitting comfortably, that's where we're going to begin.
Suddenly, through all this chaos, can hear shouts for help. You suddenly hear, "Help! Get these guards! Help me! Please, somebody, help!" It's a woman's voice, clearly from the tone. It's very high pitched and just shouting desperately for help.
That's right.
Ron, can you please make a history check for me?
Okay.
You can do it with advantage as well.
Good, because that's a 6.
Come on, Ron.
Let's do it. 10.
10. With a 10, you recognize the voice. But you do not recognize who it belongs to. You do recognize the voice. As it continues, help! These guards are get them off me! And you hear, "Shut it, you!" And that's coming from an alley just over to your right.
I kind of look and I'm like, "Come on, guys! I think we're needed."
Let's go. Let's. What's happening over there? What are they doing to her?
I have no clue. Let's some guards apparently. Let's go.
As you guys round the corner to what is a very narrow alley, you can see that there's like houses either side, like doors. There's like washing lines kind of hung out of like open wooden windows and things like that. And as you come around the corner, you can see 2 guards in the same kind of getup that Gerald had: flat, metal hat, kabuki mask, armor pieces, scimitars at their side. And fighting them, almost like trying to struggle to get out of their arms, is this person. I'm just gonna pull them up. There we go.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You can see this female elf with buzzed white hair. You can see with thick eyeliner on, lots of piercings, and completely covered in tattoos, wearing a leather crop top basically. they also have like basically a pair of like tight like booty shorts that have been torn and ripped, and they're wearing underneath like fishnet leggings basically. Around their one knee they have like a this gorgeous green like knee pad with like metal spikes sticking out of it, and then they've got huge high big boots that are like leather painted different colors. They have a chain hanging from one side, and you can see kind of tied around their waist is like what looks like, as it's kind of dangling, like a whip of some sorts. This person's like, stop, come on man, I didn't mean it, get off me. And the guards are like, stop squirming you, come on, we're taking you in, as they're kind of like dragging her, along the alley.
Let her go.
They look up.
Just let her go.
She's a thief. We cannot let her go. That is not how this works.
Yeah, but you don't have to pull her like that. Just treat her. Just be nice to her.
You can see the girl goes, I'm not a thief. I didn't steal anything. They're talking shit. It's bullshit imperialism crap. And they're like, shut it, you. We have to restrain her. Do you not see how much she's fighting us? And the other one's kind of quiet as one of them kind of leads the conversation with you.
Do I recognize her now that I see her?
Rom, you recognize her so well. Your mind is transported to a flashback of you in the Arcane Institute. You're sat in what looks like some sort of laboratory. There's like beakers and shit everywhere. There's dissected things on one side. There's some like mechanical pieces that are like being put together on another side. And you can see that there is a like mid-20s elven woman with long, beautiful, like white hair, pointed ears, in like a gorgeous, like almost like a gown that's also mixed with like a cloak, almost woven into one, basically. And you can see that she's soldering something up against like a table with some goggles like held up to her face, and you just hear as she's like soldering things. As you walk in, she hears the of your feet, and she turns around, she's like, oh, Rom, hey, how are you doing? How are you feeling today?
Greetings.
You recognize her as Aluma.
Greetings, Aluma. You're looking just wonderful today.
She kind of smiles and like blushes a little bit, and it's like, thanks. I just got this the other day. It's really been helping me like channel my energy, after learning those new spells yesterday. It's been really helping me, but
So yesterday's lesson was pretty insane.
Wasn't it?
Say. Like,
it was crazy. Could you believe what fucking Otto was making us do?
I know, right?
That chicken is crazy. Can you believe he became a professor? How does a chicken even become a professor? I don't even understand it.
That's why I think it makes it even more impressive. Like, yeah, just
ridiculous.
chicken gruff.
And you know what? Like, I really appreciate you saying that, because Malcolm was just, he just wasn't super nice about this new outfit that I got, and he wasn't, he just said it didn't look as good as I thought. So thanks.
Malcolm's Malcolm,
I really appreciate that.
My pleasure.
That moment you cut back to reality. Just for your knowledge, you know that Malcolm was her boyfriend at the time.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
And an older gentleman. He was definitely maybe somewhere between 5 and 10 years older than her at the time. You weren't 100% sure of the age gap, but definitely an older gentleman. And as you snap back to reality, you're looking at this girl, and she looks exactly like Aluma. Like, the eyes are identical. That same green, beautiful emerald eyes. You can also see, the soft features, the facial structure, the attitude. It's all reminds you just of classic Aluma.
Rom goes into like complete defense mode, like red eyes, like no like orange or purple. It's just like red. Casts Entangle on one of the guards and then punches the other one in the face with his big arm.
fucking.
Actually, can I cast Green Flame Blade on my big arm?
Read Green Flame Blade to me while I describe the setting. So you guys are currently about 10 feet away from them. You can see that there's 2 guards. You can see that the space between the 2 buildings either side is about maybe 10 feet wide. You can see the alley in itself is probably about 60 feet long. So there's not much like side to side room, but it is quite a long alley that they were taking her down. And before you cast it, she's like, "They're freaking liars, man! I've never done anything. Fuck you guys!" And is like just shouting at them, like like squirming and trying to pull her arms free.
I shout Aluma. It's like, Aluma!
Amazing, beautiful. Can you please tell me Green Flame Blade? Go
So you banish the weapon using spell. You brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting. Make a melee attack against the creature within 5 foot. On a hit, the target suffers the weapon's normal attack. The green flame leaps from the weapon to the next target within 5 feet.
I think that sounds like it would work to me based on your arm. I'm game for that. I'm totally game for that personally.
Cool. So as I am in mid lunge, Reshi spirals around the arm really fast, creating a vortex almost on the arm, and then stops. The arm stays lit as I punch the guard, and flame leaps goes around him and moves to the next one.
Amazing. Does Entangle, do I have any rolls for that, or is it just
it's a dex?
Just confirm for me.
Oh, sorry.
Can I just ask you quickly about this? Does Blanco recognize her having been at the Arcane Institute? Does he recognize? No. Okay.
It must succeed a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Cool. Let me roll that quickly. Just add. Give me 1 second.
So let me do the punch. Dirty 20 for the punch.
Beautiful. We love a good one of those.
Yeah, we do.
I rolled a nat 20 on the as well on the entangled to dodge.
To dodge. Okay.
So he as they kind of begin entangling him, he does let go of the girl, but then pulls the vines, pulls them off of him as he begins taking battle stance to try and draw his scimitar. As you rush forward and you smack the other one, you do hit. Can you please roll damage for me? And so it's standard unarmed damage, which I believe is strength modifier +1, but you get an extra 1d4 because of your arm.
Nice. So, whoa, say that again. I wasn't.
So strength modifier +1 is the standard damage.
So 3.
And then plus 1d4. And then plus whatever it was for Green Flame Blade as well.
2. So that's 5.
Yeah.
And then it's 1d8 plus my spellcasting modifier.
Cool, go for it, roll that.
7 plus 3, 10. So the guy that
15.
Yeah, no, so it's 2 separate people then.
Yeah.
So one guy takes 5, and then the guy who's just ripped the vines off gets instantly set on fire.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. So the guy who you run and punch, you just one-shot him. He was not expecting that to happen. It happens in a flash. You blast him with your giant mechanical arm. Steam kind of erupts outwards as you do, as you put all your force into it. And you punch him so hard that you smack his head, through his head, into the wall, and you collide just completely smashes him. He crumples to the ground, completely unconscious. The other guy begins getting covered in flames. It's what the fuck? As he does this, can you all please roll initiative?
Shit.
Oh.
I swear we leave you alone
fuck.
for a minute. Suddenly all hell breaks loose.
Are you? Well, this tracks. Okay.
I'm close behind you. It's all right.
So currently you have Evis, Blanco, and Gio about 10 feet away. You've got Rom. You're kind of stood with Uma in between you and the other guard who's kind of on fire a bit, and he's kind of patting out the flames at this point in time. Cool. let's go with initiative. So anyone 20 to 25? 20 to 15?
15.
Geo.
Oh, same.
Geo. 15 to 10.
13.
Oh, I need to roll for the girl as well. Cool. Next is 10 to 5.
8.
8. For
5.
awesome. So
I rolled a nat 1.
I also rolled a nat 1. There we go.
Can I
It's
use
already causing
bark
trouble in our
reaction?
city.
Pardon?
Can I
Massively
use bark?
now.
Can you do what, sorry?
Can I use bark?
Yes, you can use
Reaction?
bark. Yep. So he's gonna make his what saving throw is it? Is it wisdom saving? Just
It
confirm that.
is a wisdom saving throw or be frightened until you.
Yep. Beautiful. He rolled an 18 total.
18, yeah.
Not frightened.
No.
Cool. As Ron boom blasts out the first one and kind of turns to the second, and the flames kind of leap onto him. You hear Blanco behind barks very loud, and it echoes through the alley. And Uma, the girl, kind of is like kind of cowers away just ever so slightly from this moment. Cool. First up is Geo.
I step in front of Evis instinctually and see what Rom has done, and also have heard Blanco's aggressive reaction, and that imbues me with courage. And so I cast command against the guard.
Oh, you beast. Amazing.
And so with command, you have to. It's a 13 wisdom saving throw, I believe.
That's a 9. He fails.
Okay. So as I cast command, in a not very Geo voice, I say, "Retreat!"
He kind of, was he like half was between reaching for his scimitar and like his hat, and he stops for a second, and just kind of is like, okay, and kind of just begins like backing off with his hands like raised, and starts. He will say straight away he moves about 5 feet backwards.
Come over to us. Come here.
You saying that to
The girl.
To the girl, amazing. The girl kind of stops for a second,
Are you okay?
looks at you and goes, 1 second. She's actually second in the initiative order, so this looks perfectly. She turns to the guard, pulls a whip from her side, and it unravels as she does. As she spirals it around herself, you can see that it basically like creates this like almost a tornado of leather. And as you guys see it now in full flame, at the end of it, there's 3 different like strands that break off from the main whip. And they kind of break off and they have metal spikes like as they come away. She basically whips it around his neck and pulls him in close. As she does, she's like, "Don't you ever touch me like that again," and just blasts him with a punch as well.
That's Aluma.
And she absolutely nails him. As she does, she smacks him. As she does, she kind of pulls the whip away. He like almost rotates off his feet. Head kind of folds and crunches against the concrete as you hear like and he falls limp to the ground, out cold. You see her. We're out of initiative, by the way. You guys, initiative is done. and she whips the whip back around, ties it around her waist, puts it through her belt loops, and kind of locks it in tight. Turns around and she's like, "Thank you so fucking much. Those guys are fucking pigs. I did not steal a fucking thing."
At this moment, Blanco goes, "One moment," and he takes the hemp rope from his pack and binds the guy because he's knocked unconscious, but he doesn't want him to like wake up and get out, and binds him.
Beautiful. You can see, which one are you binding? The one that's kind of slumped up against the wall at the moment, or the one that's like in the center of the alley.
No, the one that got the least attack, the one that was sort of like just.
You wrap him up. You tie a tight knot. You know, you saw Ulfr doing his knots when you were on the when you're on the ship, and you use one of the new knots that you saw, and you cinch that bad boy tight. And his limp body kind of just is very malleable with however you're kind of doing whatever you know.
I slice off the remaining rope and go over to the other guy and find the second one. There, they will not move now. These knots are amazing.
As you tie them tight, he basically the guard, you know, that was that kind of pivoted and landed in the center of the alley, kind of murmurs but doesn't awake. It's just like, and she's kind of like,
Explain yourself to us so we can understand.
That was amazing. Did you see that, Evis?
Yes, you can
see if she was stealing something or not.
Yeah, that's what I was.
It's incredible.
The knots are from Ulfr.
Dirty 20.
Amazing. With the dirty 20, you look at this girl, and when she says, "I didn't steal anything,"
Too solid, yeah.
you see the smallest, just the smallest, raise of the corner of her mouth, as if there was maybe if it hadn't have been suppressed much better, a smirk.
Yeah, right. Come on, you know the drill. Whatever's 50-50. We're a team.
I didn't take anything. Why would I take anything? The guards are fucking everywhere, and I'm not gonna fucking take anything. What do I have to take?
Come on, it's me.
She looks at you for a second. She goes, "What did you just call me?"
Aluma. Did you get your head rattled? Do you not know your own name?
I know my name, but no one calls me by my full name. I don't know you. How do you know my name?
You what? Arcane Institute for 40 years.
I have never been to the Arcane Institute, and I am not 40. How dare you?
Sorry. Didn't mean like that. But the more pressing.
My name is Uma. Do not call me Aluma. That is my mother.
Oh.
I am Uma.
Oh.
Do you know my mother by chance?
Yeah, sorry. You just look like identical to her.
She takes a moment, then kind of pauses for a second and goes, "Or did you know her?"
What do you mean? She's not. Is she unwell? No, she's not.
Well, she never spoke of you, but I mean, if you know, you've got to know that she's been dead for a long time.
The red flickers to that familiar somber orange, and I don't know. Doesn't say a word, just embraces.
You wrap her up, and she's like, "Oh, God, what is it with people touching me today? Jesus Christ!"
I'm so sorry. Like, I knew your mum so well.
Did you? She never spoke of. What is your name?
Romulus. She'll probably know me. Please tell me your dad's not Malcolm.
Yeah.
Thought she had more sense than that.
I mean, she leans in, like looks over her shoulders at the guards. Yeah, he's a fucking dick. I know that. He's an absolute dick. I know that. But what? Like, yeah, obviously, everyone who knows him knows that.
We all went to school together.
Oh, you're a school friend?
Yeah.
Oh, lucky for her. I didn't really go to school, so yeah. Okay, cool. That's kick-ass. Well, pleasure to meet you. Thank you guys for helping me.
You okay? Do you need some food or something?
No. I'm about to head to go do something. Actually, I appreciate you all taking the time to, stop and help me. And she kind of looks for a second. She's like, you know what? Here, reaches into her tiny little her tiny little like Daisy Duke red Daisy Duke shorts and pulls out basically a fan of pieces of paper basically and goes, look, I don't have anything to repay you now. Here, take these. There's there's like a party tonight in Uptown. There's a party. It's at an underground club. It's quite exclusive, and it's very She kind of looks at you all for a second and goes, "Unless you more like me," and kind of gestures to her getup, and is like, "But here, these were my spare tickets. I was going to give them to my friends, but as you guys saved me, just make your way to 10 Bedmouth Street, and 10 Bedmouth Street. You'll know it's happening because you just got to find the manhole cover. There's only one manhole cover in Bedmouth Street. If you find the manhole cover, just go down through there and." Look, I would love to see you there and talk a bit more.
Yeah, I'd love to catch up.
As a, and catch up. That would be great.
Yeah.
I have somewhere to be.
Una, one moment before you go. We need to stash these guys. We cannot leave them here out in plain sight. Gio, my friend, help me. Which is there a doorway?
Fuck these guys. Let them wake up in their own shame. Why would we even give them the satisfaction of not having other guards find them, having their asses kicked? Let's just fucking leave them. Fuck these guys.
Will we not create a problem for ourselves if they are discovered soon?
I mean,
are they both alive?
I can.
Yeah.
Okay. Insight check, perception.
You can go investigate the two guards. Yes, Evis.
I'm thinking.
Dirty 20.
Hold on, let me check levitate really quickly.
I like.
Oh yeah. Well, you can do that. You don't need crutches.
I could just levitate this guy. You see, I could just levitate this guard somewhere else until they come to, and we'll be far gone by then.
Maybe onto one of the roofs.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
You see her for a second.
Buen idea.
You know what? Usually, I like leaving them in their own shit to deal with it. But you know what? You're right. They know too much about me and you guys yet. And she turns to Rom. Is that one breathing?
Dirty 20 says.
The one in the center of the alley is no longer breathing. The one that is slumped up against the wall is definitely still alive.
Has it been more than a minute? And does anyone have a spare diamond?
It has been probably about 2-3 minutes.
Okay, don't worry then. Shit. I say he's dead. He's dead.
Oh,
is that the one I killed or she killed?
She killed.
Oh, that's kind of cold.
Ooh.
Can I go up to him and cast? If I cast Revivify, can he stay unconscious?
Do you have a diamond?
Also, it's got to be within a minute. It's been 2.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking.
Oh.
Okay. No, I don't have a diamond.
I'll take.
What about gentle repose?
Sorry, what was that, Blake?
I was gonna say if someone had gentle repose or
I have
whatever
that
that
as
is,
well.
I can stabilize.
I have that.
Because that would stabilize them.
Yeah, I have gentle repose, so I can cast.
Well, not stabilize them, but he will. You can like hold them so they can be revivified later. Like
Yeah.
he's like sort of stasis, so there's something that dead.
Yeah, I have gentle repose, and I pull out a little bag, and it has some salt in it, and I ask Evis for a. Evis, do you have one more of those copper pieces that we gave to Ivan down on the dock? I've got an idea.
Yeah, absolutely. But do you still want me? And they like balance themselves on like the one crutch, and then grab the other. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to knock my mic. Grab the other with their free hand to pass the.
Yes,
the
and I
copper over.
still think your idea is the right one.
Yeah.
But let's make sure he's not. Let's make sure he doesn't die.
Get rid of the one that's alive, definitely. The one that's dead, fuck him. Like, there's nothing we can do about that at this point.
No, we'll get rid of the one that's alive, and I'll cast gentle repose on the other one. And let's get out of here.
Yeah, okay. I've got things I need to...
Two things. Please don't tell your dad you saw me. I had a really bad discouragement.
Two things back to you. I won't. Secondly, what the fuck do you think makes I want to tell him anything about this? If I told him this happened, I would be just as fucked as you. Like, not doing that.
But
Don't worry.
And then take this.
seed.
Yeah, I take one of the seeds off my tree. Thank you. Just keep it safe, and then
She looks at you. All right, and kind of stuffs it into a back pocket. Right, if you guys can deal with this, I'll catch you maybe later tonight. Party starts at 10 p.m. And I'll maybe catch you guys tonight.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay.
Okay.
Will they let me in?
Yeah, of course. They'll let anyone in. Yeah, and you look kick-ass. Okay. And she just
Thanks,
turns
Uma.
and starts like booking it
You're
down the alley,
kick-ass.
basically. She turns back around and kind of smiles and waves a little bit.
She's kick-ass.
As she rounds the corner and disappears from sight, and you are left with 2 guards' bodies.
Blanco is just a bit confused by that. This is strange.
Can I take? Would it be? Is it going to be like an arduous task to take his armor off him?
No.
I'll take his armor off him, so even if he is a dead body, not to see a dead guard, to see a dead person.
Okay. Let's talk about this. So, as you begin taking pieces of armor off of him, and you remove his chest piece and his shoulders, and then you remove his, his belt with his scimitar and his leg guards and his boots. You take off his hat, and you can see that he had like a thin, like mohawk that shaved very low to his head. Can I ask you a question? Do you go to remove the kabuki mask from his face?
Yeah, I'm taking.
Amazing. As you grip onto the kabuki mask and lift, you feel his head kind of lift with you, but it does come away. As it falls back down, what you see is quite shocking. You can see that this guard underneath his kabuki mask has had his nose completely severed off and is just 2 open holes in his face. You can also see that this guard's mouth has been stitched shut. You can see that it is completely stitched shut and that the skin has almost healed together where his lips are.
Okay, so it wasn't like us doing that damage of taking his nose. Like, that's prior.
You're not sure, but what you do know is that he definitely spoke to you. He definitely spoke to you.
Oh. I assumed it was the one that didn't speak. Okay.
Oh,
Guys, guys.
this.
Yeah,
Oh.
seeing this?
Wow.
Wow. God.
Evis, I don't know if you want to see this.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see it.
No, I've definitely seen a little bit too many gruesome things.
I think it's best you turn your face and you deal with the other assailant.
I hastily put the armor and such into my pack.
Amazing. Evis, how are you levitating this other tied up guard who's still kabuki mask on, helmet, all the good stuff?
Is there like a seat I can like pop onto for a second?
Great question. For you to sit down?
Or like on like a crate or a barrel of some sort, not to be confused with the store crate and barrel.
There's 100% like some like steps, people's doorways are near you and there's some steps that you can sit on. There's definitely, the odd crate and things like that on this album as well.
Yeah, just because I'm still not sure of like, okay, I'm not sure if I can like stand and do this right now. So, yeah, I like pop a squat on, like just kind of shuffle over and pop a squat. And then when I cast levitate, it is like kind of, one of those like, and then just like channel as much energy as I can with my bad arm, to like see if I can start levitating this boy. He's under 500 pounds, right?
Oh, easily. Yeah, he's
okay,
he
great.
is not a big guard. he's not a big boy.
I mean, I'm playing through Skyrim right now, and some of those big boys, you never know.
Yeah,
So
100%.
Yeah.
You manage to kind of lift him up. As you do, the usual kind of like wind that you use to like lift things and that you've used to cast this before comes with a bit of like smoke to it, and you see like bits of kind of lightning crackling around the smoke as you do. And as it begins to lift him, you see him like every now and then, as almost like he's receiving small little shockies from your levitate. Where do you move this body? The buildings around you are about 30 feet high.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so with this, hold on, let me show you. Up to 20 feet. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, I can... Is there like a canopy or like a ledge or something that's kind of like inconvenient?
Okay. There's definitely, like I said, some people have got like open windows. You can see that some people have like, I guess like verandas and stuff that are like open. So yeah, you could definitely put it on someone's like veranda or something like that for sure.
Yeah, I love predicaments. Okay, great. So, yeah, Evis just kind of like, yeah, this guy sucks. Okay, no, and just levitates them up, and then like kind of a little bit too forcefully, almost like pushes them onto one of the verandas nearby, and then just like drops the guard onto the veranda, like.
As you push him, he kind of hits the wall of the building and then slams down onto the veranda himself. And you just hear again, it's kind of silent for a second as you all kind of wait to see if the veranda is going to hold. It holds, but you hear him just, yeah. And at that moment, we're going to cut to downtown, where we have Arnar and Toad. Okay. So as you guys kind of make your way through standard downtown, it's the same as you guys remember it. It's, gloomy. However, there's people, everywhere. It's still that same kind of community vibe that you guys, have come accustomed to. All the eyes are on you, but you're part of this community. It's not like they're judging you. They're there watching some of their own. And as you arrive at Sheer Horniness, the beauty parlor that you guys work out of, you guys can see the classic sign kind of flashing, and you both kind of take a second before going in. You guys are home.
Oh man,
amazing.
You said sheer horniness, right? You said sheer horniness.
Yeah, sheer horniness. It is a beauty parlor for.
Is it tieflings?
It's for tieflings. It's for like centaurs, satyrs, anyone that got horns, hooves, nails, all that kind of stuff.
Gills.
Yeah, gills, all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. A paddy.
I might get a manicure.
So it's a beauty salon for clawed, horned, and hooved clients. Is their main thing. And I'll just say, because you would know this, Toad and Arnar, it's run by Karna. Let me get this name. Let me get pronunciation right. It's Karna Svetherin. Yeah, Karna Svetherin. And
she's blind, right? If I'm remembering.
She is a blind older tiefling woman. Yeah.
Ooh.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Skyrim. We really hope you enjoyed seeing our players defend Uma Carlyle, this mysterious young girl who Rom has some sort of connection with, might have known her mother in a previous life and things like that. But as they continue to venture deeper into this ginormous city, the People's Republic, we look forward to catching you guys in the next episode. But if you've enjoyed any of these episodes or the story so far, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on Twitch, in whatever way you wish to support us. Furthermore, we do now have a Discord server where you can basically interact with Tom and I and the other players and the Hat D team. Furthermore, we post a lot of behind-the-scenes content, art from the stream early. And also, if you happen to like talking about mixed martial arts, MMA, we have a whole section of the Discord specifically geared towards that. Final thing is we do now have a newsletter of holding that we're releasing once every 2 weeks. In that newsletter, you get free D&D supplements. You also get updates on things that we're doing as the Hat D team. You also get updates and the opportunity to give feedback on our airship combat Kickstarter that is coming very soon. And finally, you also get entered in every family-made XL dice giveaway that we're doing. We make dice now. Crazy, right? So if you want to join that as well, there will be a link in the description for that as well. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. We really, really appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys in the next episode.